Hi everyone, my name is Deonslow Cole and I am in Project Management and Assessment 1 with everyone for October of 2015. And this is my video for discussing, reviewing, and executing a design process for our classmate Ronaldo Galena. I think that's how you say your name. If I didn't say it correctly, I do apologize. But his process is washing clothing and going from there. Now his precondition is that dirty clothing is in the basket/hamper ready to be put into the washer, which I have here. Dirty clothes in the basket, hamper ready to be put into the washer. Now his first decision, if clothing is light colored, turn the knob labeled temperature to hot. Decision 2, if clothing is dark colored, turn knob labeled temperature to cold, which I have dark colored clothing. I'll turn it over to cold. And his decision 3 is if clothing is small load, turn knob labeled size to small. Skip that one because it's not a small load. If clothing is a medium load, turn knob labeled load size to medium. I don't have a knob on my washer like that, but I'll just turn, just because it's a medium size, a knob for that. And we'll skip his decision number 5, which if clothing is a large load, turn knob labeled load size to large. Decision 6, if clothing is light colors, turn knob labeled cycle to regular size. Skip that one. Decision 7, if clothing is dark colors, turn knob labeled cycle to permanent press. Skip that one. If clothing is delicate, turn knob labeled cycle to delicate, which it is, so I'll turn the knob to delicate. Pull cycle knob to start the washing machine. My washer doesn't start that way, but I will just turn another knob for the sake of doing that to start it. Grab detergent. Action 2, grab detergent. Action 3, open container. Action 4, use container cap to measure desired load size. Action 5, pour detergent into measuring cap. Decision 9, if small load, pour detergent up to the first line of measuring cup. I don't have that. Oops. If medium load, pour detergent up to the second line, which I have, and I'm doing that for the sake of time. Skip decision number 11, which is if large load, pour detergent tap to third line on measuring cap. Open washer lid. Action 7, pour contents in measuring cup and cap into base of the washing machine. Put laundry, action 8, put laundry into washer machine. All right. Action 9, close washer machine lid. And there. And action 10, we wait for the washer cycle to complete. And for the sake of time, we'll wait for it to complete. We'll pretend like it's completed. Action 11, grab laundry basket. Voila. Action 12, place laundry basket at base in front of washer machine. At the base of the washer machine. Action 13, open washer lid. Action 14, pull clothing from washer machine. Action 15, place clothing into laundry basket. And I'll pull some out as we place it to the laundry basket. Action 16, clothing is washed. Action 17, clothing is in laundry basket. Action 18, clothing is ready to be dried. And his post condition is clothing is washed in laundry basket, ready to be dried. And the clothing is in the laundry basket. It is washed and it is ready to be dried. Now, his process is clear and concise from the beginning to the end as far as what to do in order to wash the clothing the way it needs to be, from taking it from the basket, putting it into the washer, putting the detergent into the washer, closing it, turning the knobs and everything, and make sure it's washed completely, and taking it out and ready to put it into the dryer. Some of the little things, if this were a machine trying to do this process, it would get confused at certain points because some of the decisions and the actions were still in one sentence altogether, such as if the clothing is light, turn knob label temperature to hot. Well, if the decision is if the clothing is light, the action would be turn knob label temperature to hot. Having all that in one sentence, the machine is not going to read that. It's going to pretty much say if the clothing is light colors, that's it. And it's not going to actually turn the knob label to hot to do that. It's just going to say, well, if the clothing is light color, then that's what it is, and go from there. And another process that was kind of skipped over a little bit was his action 5, where you grab, well, action 4 really is where it says you use container cap to measure desired load size. You know, it never said grab the container cap and place it to where you can pour the detergent into the cap. It did say in action 5, pour detergent to the cap, but then your decision after that, you're pouring it into the cap. The decision is if it's low size, then pour it into there. You're pouring it twice, which kind of messes the machine up. It's going to say, oh, I'm pouring it once, but then I'm having to keep pouring it again, where the decision should be if small load, the action would be to pour the detergent to the first line, and then if it's not the correct thing, if that's not a true statement, it would skip that and go to the second statement, which is if it's a medium load, the action would be to pour it to the second line. And if that wasn't true, then skip and go to the third statement. Having all those in, having the action and the decision into one sentence, it will kind of confuse the machine. It will probably crash and break because you're saying, okay, keep pouring because it doesn't know when to stop. And so another thing, I was looking at is, he had at the action 16, clothing is washed. Well, clothing is not an action, it's a noun. So you're not really saying wash the clothing. Well, the clothing, you're telling the machine that the clothing is washed and not telling the machine what to do. And the same thing with action 17, where clothing is in laundry basket. You placed it into the laundry basket, and your post condition is that it's once you place it in there, it's ready to be dried. So you didn't really have to say clothing is washed, action, clothing is in laundry basket, action, clothing is ready to be dried, because the action, there's not really an action. The clothing is a noun that's starting off with that sentence, so you didn't really have to put that there. One of the things that I learned by doing this whole process is to make sure that we are step by step to being simple and clear on what we want to do for our process and how we want to achieve the goal for that particular process for our post condition. We start off with one, but making sure we go through step by step and not having any confusion in the middle of it would help our app or our machine run to an optimal level. And making sure that we don't skip anything and read it over, because there is an action in there that could potentially disrupt our process and cause our machine to crash and anything like that. But overall, this is what a good learning experience to kind of think about how we move forward and how we use our machines and our process in developing our tools for things we're going to use in the future. Thanks so much. Hope you guys have a great day.